Hey there guys, this is damitj and today we are going to talk about an interesting topic about how Firestorm, Battlefield 5 Firestorm that is, did not take off or did not go in the same direction as other games, and some of the reasons why that didn't happen, and are we too early in predicting or too late. So let's start with when PUBG first released. Nobody really knew about it, or in fact that there was no market for first person shooters or shooter games at all. In the first month PUBG had around 8,000 viewers, and in the second month it grew to about 24,000, and so on and so forth. It went on to a peak of around 80 to 90,000 viewers on Twitch, and now it is on 24,000 viewers on an average. So in terms of average viewership, Firestorm has never really had that much on Twitch. Battlefield 5 went to a peak of 50,000 max, which was around in the last November of 2018, and after that when Firestorm released there was never really a peak of viewership on for Firestorm release, and it never really peaked after that as well. Now it's steady on around 2 to 4K per average viewership for Battlefield 5 Firestorm. Now coming back to when Firestorm was released, right? So Firestorm was released on 25th of March, which is very close to when Apex Legends was released. And if you're a first-person shooter gamer or a PC gamer, for you it has to be for me personally it is about which game provides better gameplay and fun is one of the facts. Since I really play for fun, and it has been a good experience with Battlefield 5 Firestorm and Apex Legends as well. But Apex Legends, the way it was marketed and the community overall, how it was built around the Apex Legend was very different. So Firestorm didn't really have a marketing budget apart from the trailer which they released, and they put a lot of effort in that. Apart from that, Apex Legends spent millions of dollars marketing to Twitch streamers and asking them to stream when it came out initially, and which helped create an overall positive you can say bubble around Apex Legends, and nobody really dared to talk negative about Apex Legends. So everybody was just praising it and everybody was recommending it to each other. And because of that, a lot of people started playing Apex Legends, and when everybody was playing Apex Legends, so obviously you felt like, okay, I should join my friends. So in that, and it kept piling up, and no wonder Apex Legends reached 50 million player base in a matter of month. And if you look at it now, they are just gone down. The viewership is gone down by 75%, which is a big deal. And they have not really updated about the player count even after 2 months. Like if you look at the first few weeks of Apex Legends player registration, it peaked up to around 50 million in, it was exponential. Whereas Firestorm didn't do any such marketing at all. So it came out after Apex Legends, and people were like, why should we go with Firestorm when we already have a triple A level Apex Legends like title which is free to play, and anyone who has a decent enough PC can play it, and you can play it with your friends, your buddies, etc. So why should I really buy Firestorm? Just which is around 40-50 dollars. So that never really happened. But if you look at the gameplay mechanics of Firestorm and in general how it feels, it's very exciting. The gameplay feels very fast, and then we come back to the point where what is the differences between gameplay, and can we really compare the game Apex Legends and Firestorm? So I have seen many comments on Reddit, and the general feeling is that you cannot. The reason being, Apex Legend is more of a hero shooter, and it doesn't really go into very combat based thing. It's very fast. It has more focus on who kills first, and whereas Battlefield 5 Firestorm is focused more on gameplay or squad play. I would rather say combat based, vehicle based combat, and then you have squad strategies coming out from them, flanking right, flanking left, etc. So you cannot really compare those two gameplay styles, because Apex Legends surely feels very fast, whereas Battlefield 5 feels a medium paced game, more like a refined PUBG. Now, going back to third point, which is some of the technical aspects, like the time it takes to get a game. Like Apex Legend being free, there are a lot of players which are online at the same time, and you get a game in an instant, and you're in the game. So there is less time you spend waiting in a lobby, which is good. Whereas in Battlefield 5, since it doesn't have that much of player base as of now, at least not the community who is in Battlefield 5 is not playing Firestorm, so the time to you spend in lobby is around 4 to 5 minutes on an average, which is really bad for a new player trying to play Firestorm, and that affects the overall feel. Even though the gameplay mechanics are awesome, the shooting is awesome, the movement is awesome, and all those things, but the time which it takes to be in the lobby is bad. It really affects the player. The dropouts are more in that case. So that is the third point which I feel is what has not worked for Firestorm, and that can be improved. Going on to the fourth point is the negative reviews in the community. So everybody just started off in a way that Firestorm is not really good because it was paid, and people started putting reviews and comments on Firestorm that the game is useless and it's paid, and it may be based on very early reviews. Like some of the reviews, like after playing for an hour, people were starting complaining about a lot of stuff which was not really true, and you cannot really judge a game after playing for an hour. So this is what I felt, that the community overall went in a very negative direction for some of the things which can be fixed in the future, and I'm sure these guys are working on that. But still, Battlefield 5, EA and DICE did a really bad job at looking how the community is reacting and responding in a way that could help understand their point of view, and that really didn't happen. They just put it out, and nobody really cared about what community is thinking, what are the responses, and how we can change them to be positive. Whereas Apex Legends did all of those things right in terms of marketing and stuff, whereas Firestorm did really take that into account, which led into negative reviews piling up and on top of each other, and lead into this big wave that Firestorm is not really good, and people just rejected it outright. So this is something I feel Firestorm should have done better as compared to Apex Legend or any other game. So all that said, the last thing I would like to discuss is it too early for Firestorm to give out a verdict, or is there still time? So I would like to say that there is obviously still a lot of time and a lot of improvements which need to done to Firestorm to make sure it goes up to the level of any other mature game, or in terms of the way it addresses some of the issues which the community has been asking about, some of the changes which need to be done to the Firestorm mode, especially with the looting system and how the lobbying, it takes time to join a game, and the time to get in the game is large as well. So obviously there is still a lot of time to grow. It has just been a month and a half since Firestorm came out, and people are starting to notice it through various mediums, and paying attention to what the community is asking is obviously something we should do. So I think we should wait and watch for the next couple of months to see how it goes, and as more and more people which are hardcore Battlefield 5 fans or hardcore Battlefield franchise fans start playing Firestorm and having fun with it, and when they start putting out their content, I think once the whole community starts contributing to this more, it will start growing. So I think certainly this would be something we'll be looking out on this channel as well, compared to other battle royale games out there. So that's it for today, guys. I think these are the top 4 reasons which has led to Firestorm not being there. So there are many other reasons. We'll be discussing this in near future. So till then, peace out.